All right, so you're ready to record your first podcast. Do you have a microphone? Who's going to distribute for you? Do you have a studio? What about the editing? All right, everyone relax because I think I have the answer. Anchor app. Yeah, Anchor. It's free. They distribute Spotify, Apple, many more. There's creation tools that allow you to edit and create your podcast from your phone, your laptop, or your personal computer. And the best thing of all, girl, you can make money no matter how many listeners you have. So the answer is simple. Get Anchor. Anchor FM app. Go find it now. Tell them a seat at the table sent you. I'm not playing with you. I want my eggs cracked. Meaning, I want a child. I want my name dropped. Meaning, I want to be married. I'm not fucking around with you. I'm not your bed maiden. I'm not your maid. I'm not your floozy. I'm not your bitch. You're going to have to give me something substantial because I know I'm worth it. Now, I'm not all there sometimes. I have my moments. But I know one thing. I'm good to you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. And shout out to the grande dame of reality show moments, Tiffany Pollard, otherwise known as New York. Girl, we speak your name. We speak your name. Oh, you guys, welcome to an all new week. Yes, mi gentes. Welcome to an all new week and an all new episode of A Seat at the Table podcast. Yes, pull up your chairs, you bed wenches. Pull up a chair, honey. Cause I know your ass ain't finna walk over all that goddamn shit you done ate this week. Oh, nasty ass self. Hello. Oh my goodness, you guys. All right. Let's get the formalities out the way. You can find us on Instagram, A Seat at the Table Pod, all one word. You can find me on Twitter at Gail Z Hurst or at Galanda Adams is the handle. GailondaAdams. Oh yes, all one word. You guys, so much has been going on. Guess what I did? First of all, what's up with you? Oh my God, how was your holiday? Listen, I'm so Thanksgiving'd out. I'm so just, all right. I don't know if I'm really, I don't know if any of us are really ready for the fact that we are about to enter into a new decade, 2020. I mean, this is really exciting. I don't even know that and this might sound weird, but I don't even know that as a child, I dreamed of like writing the date 2020 and what that would be like. I know that I definitely thought that my life would look intrinsically different than the way that it does right now. But nonetheless, here we are, exactly where we're supposed to be. So for many of you, this starts the unfortunate week back at work where you got to get yourself all the way back in the program and get ready to round out the fourth quarter of the year. So there is still some time for us to do all of the things that we wanted to do, or at least get halfway there or a quarter way there. We started the year off talking about goaling versus planning and brainstorming. And, you know, that's going to lead us into an awesome setting of the table this week, which I can't wait to discuss with you guys. But we are going to get into the bullshit first. Okay, me first. So last night, your girl got her eggs cracked. Not scrambled, though, just cracked. Yes, unfortunate be that as it may. First of all, let's just discuss some things, right? Now, I do people still have one night stands? Is that still a thing? Are you guys still doing that? Or are we not doing that anymore? I'm not asking about me. I'm asking for a friend. All right. Mind your business. I'm just saying, because I don't, oh my God. First of all, can we really talk about sex for a minute? Because I know that for a lot of us, the sex talk is taboo, which is odd because I know so many people that find themselves to be kind of free thinkers creatively, free thinkers in terms of their sexual choices. However, not free thinkers in terms of discussing sex, if that makes any sense. I still think that there is a lot of shame surrounding sex. And you can definitely feel that when it comes to the opinions of how people move in what is seemingly non-platonic relationships, right? Which we might as well just get into the mess anyway while we're here. So all of you have been going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs because you saw Lori Harvey with Future posting Lori Harvey this week. Lori Harvey is a guru, a shaman, if you will. I look up to her like just as a life force. Her and Mother Harvey, they definitely have a lot to teach you hoes out here. What I've been asking myself, I find that Lori Harvey to me is probably what a young Marlo would have been. Does that make any sense? And I'm just kind of waxing poetic here. We don't know this girl, but you know, there are some girls and some of my fellas too, that have the ability to move out here in a way that like, you are unabashful about your conquests. And we're just assuming that these are physical conquests. A lot of them could just be emotional conquests. A lot of them could just be niggas going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs over you. Whatever it is, it gives the facade on the outside that you move in a way that is unabashful about people's opinions and how many niggas you move with and what is it that you're doing with these niggas. And I appreciate that. I do. I think that we live in a world like, okay, so let's just rewind for a minute, right? Because this is a lot. We've said a lot already, okay? So your girl, have you guys ever had like a romance, a dalliance, if you will, with anyone that you just met through social media? Oh, judge your mother. I mean, let's think about it this way. Evelyn Lasagna and Chad Ochocinco, they met each other on social media and they had a whole marriage. Now, be it all that it may, that it did not last very long because Chad Ochocinco was a dog. They still met on social media. So listen, okay, it's 2019. Get over yourselves. I met a young gentle whore on social media, right? And honestly, he didn't look like anybody that I'd be interested in really getting to know him and, you know, going out on a date with him. I just wanted to get my eggs cracked is all. Now, the unfortunate part is you ever have an egg and you tap it on the side of a bowl and you tap it, but the shit don't break. It just cracks. Yeah, that's what I felt like last night was for me. Like, he tapped my egg on the side of the bowl. He didn't break it. He just cracked it. Huh. Yeah. I wouldn't call it a waste of time, but yeah. Then we had the awkward moment of, you know, like the leaving awkward moment. And, you know, listen, I've done some disappearing acts before. Close your eyes. Okay, so picture it. I'm sure that it was probably the year 2000 and of the ninth, right? I don't know. It was one of these years. It couldn't have been 2009 because I was already living in Philly. Point being, though, so I went to see a young gentleman. We had these one sexes, and then I wanted to get the fuck out of his house. So I waited until he fell asleep and I kind of just slowly dipped out of the bed And I didn't even put my shoes on. I literally ran out this nigga's house because I just wanted to disappear. I knew I wasn't going to call that nigga anymore because he had man breasts and I wasn't interested, okay? He was like he looked good with his clothes on, but then when he took his clothes off, everything fell apart. Anyways, your girl wanted to get her eggs cracked, and I did. But then I wanted to leave, so I did. But I wasn't sure how to leave, so I just kind of skedaddled out and put my shoes on when I got to the door. Now, here's a couple of things that I did last night that I did think worked. I dropped a pin and sent a location to one of my friends, just in case things went left and this nigga decided to kill me. Because I don't know how you niggas do it. Like how you just meet up with... I think I watch too much news to be very, like, very whatever. You know, I watch a lot of news, so it's difficult for me. All right? Anyways, listen, drop me a line. Let me know how you guys are doing this out here. I think that, here's the other wild part. I didn't even tell this nigga that I got home safely. And I promptly deleted and blocked his number. Oh my God, that's so rude. But I did. Not because, I just don't think that it's necessary for us to go any further than last night. I don't. Anyways. Shout out and rest in peace to Barbara Hillary, who died at the age of 88 years old. Now, for those of you who may be wondering who Barbara Hillary is the first Black woman to reach both the North and the South Poles. And she did this when she was past the age of 65. So shout out to her. She's the first Black woman to do this. Barbara Hillary, who is the daughter of a former sharecropper. She did something amazing, so shout out to her. Oh, Jesus. Let's see. Okay. So, you guys, what the fuck is going on America's Got Talent? Do any of you watch that shit? I remember I just found out the other day that Nick Cannon doesn't even have anything to do with this show anymore. I didn't know. Apparently, he's only doing The Masked Singer now, which, again, unbeknownst to me. Maybe you guys. Listen, my TV watching is very specific and very minimal these days. And I don't even know how it got like this. Like, when did I get a life? I don't know. But yeah, it feels almost like I kind of sort of have a life because I don't really get a chance to watch much TV. Anyways, it has come to my attention that Gabrielle Union has been let go of from America's Got Talent. Now, the stories are conflicting as to whether or not she got let go or did she quit. What we do know is that she no longer is on the show. Now, America's Got Talent has a history of some retention issues, if you will. They've got deeper retention issues than most retailers. But Nick Cannon is no longer with the show. Heidi Klum is no longer with the show. Mel B is no longer with the show. Julianne Hough also parted ways with the show. Now, this is all being alleged in terms of what happened with Gabrielle Union, but there were claims of a toxic work culture, including alleged problems with some racial insensitivity, as well as some issues apparently with Gabrielle's hair and her making comments about racial and homophobic insensitivity on the set, as well as, I guess, Jay Leno at some point came to the set and was making some racially insensitive jokes, which did not air in the episode that he was on. They chose to cut it out, but doesn't mean that it didn't happen. As well as Simon Cowell smoking on set. Apparently the list goes on and on. Now, America's Got Talent is broadcasted on NBC. NBC has not been a stranger to some workplace issues, if you will. If you recall Marnie's dad, if you watch